Hey Brent, I'm Brian Rogers with TransPower Company. I've sent you a bunch of stuff and haven't heard from you, so I decided to put together a YouTube video for you just to so you wouldn't have to go anywhere and you can just watch the video and know what we're selling and what we're trying to do. So I'm going to go into professor mode here and explain everything to you. All right, so I recognize that y'all got a total situation in your electricity in terms of buying a huge amount, breaking it down. But when the electricity is broken down and is actually going into the building for the first time, your sine wave is going to be nice and pretty like that one, and the power factor is going to be 0.999. In other words, how much electricity that's going in the building at that point is usable? Well, 0.999, basically all of it. Now, once it gets in the building, though, you've got a ton of electronics in there because my wife's mom is still in rehab at Presbyterian right now, and she's been in for a month. And I see all of the electronics you got in there. You got a ton. The electronics are dumping their own sine wave. Every single thing that's in the building, all the computers and all that medical equipment, is dumping its own sine wave into this original sine wave, and it's creating THD, Total Harmonic Distortion. So THD is a cancer, and it will kill everything electronic sooner than it's supposed to wear out. And then it also does something else. It will kill your power factor. Now, I don't know, you appear to be doing an awesome job, and I don't know what you've got your power factor up to or if those are LEED certified buildings or anything, but let's just play with the 0.85 and say, because this 0.85 is what's normal for office buildings. The hospitals are usually worse, maybe 0.8, something like that, except for even your chillers, those on the roof or on the ground, whatever is cooling all the buildings, they're 0.6. That's what those guys do. All right, so what does this power factor of 0.85 mean? It means that 15% of your original use at 999 has been destroyed, and that you are having now to pay for an additional 15% of the electricity that's coming in. 15% is getting destroyed, you're paying for it. So and so there's an inefficiency there. Now, but the real problem, I really think, is this cancer that is destroying equipment sooner than it should be destroyed. So what can you do about it? Well, at TransPower Company, we sell the MPTS unit. Here's one right here. That one weighs 900 and something pounds, and it's MPTS stands for Maximum Power Transfer Solution. Well, solution to what? Well, there's an electrical engineering law called Jacobi's law, and Jacobi's law was written in 1840 by Moritz von Jacobi, who was working for the Tsar in Russia. And Jacobi is working with electric motors and batteries in 1840. And he was a mathematical whiz. He must have been the Einstein of that day. So Jacobi has a boat that is being driven by an electrical motor. And the boat's big. It holds 14 to 18 people, something like that. And he's able to go upstream at 3 miles an hour. But it doesn't go as far as he thought it was going to go. And so he does the math and creates a theorem that is called Jacobi's law that explains why a certain amount of electricity got lost along the way. Now, that theorem does not get solved in the history of the world until 1998. And it was solved by the engineers at Bose. And so who's got the best headphones and the best sound systems in the world? Well, Bose does, and it's because of the ability to match the sound and what's going on. Now, 2001, Adil Khan solves Jacobi's law. Those are the only two times that Jacobi's law has been solved at this point. And what Adil Khan in 2001 didn't really have a use for it yet, but he just had solved it. Now, in 2008, they built the first MPTS prototype, and then 2013, it was UL listed, and in 2013, it went into NORAD in Cheyenne Mountain in Colorado Springs. And that all happened because he and his wife were at a Chamber of Commerce event in Colorado Springs, and a couple of guys at the table, when everybody got in that what do you do type thing, a couple of guys at the table were from NORAD, and then once he told them what he did, they said, we need that, because what was happening is there's 4 huge chillers inside of NORAD, and one was dying every single year. And so at that point, they did a 2-year test. The Air Force, did a 2-year test, and they cleared the MPTS system, and now there's 4 inside of the mountain, and they have not lost a chiller since the very first MPTS system went in. Okay, so now what's magic about it? What's going on? Why is this special? Well, there's a chip inside of it that is solving the theorem up to 4 million times a second, and then it is coming out. The whole system is then adjusting the sine waves up to 20,000 times per second. And so in this case, where this was Peninsula Plastics in let's see, they're in Canada, and that little dip right there is a brownout. The Peninsula Plastics, and this was an 8x10 study. I blew it up 300% so that you could see it. This is page 2, right here. This is page 2. When the MPTS system was turned on, then all the THD went away, and I don't know what it kicked the power factor up to in this particular case, but we'll guarantee 0.95, and I've seen 0.998 and 0.999 all the time. So what's going to happen, and what an MPTS system does, is it'll make everything in the building last 200% to 300% longer. We just had some fluorescent bulbs in Denver start to burn out. And so what happened was, prior to the actual MPTS units, they tried these little MPTS, they put little MPTS something on the end of fluorescent bulbs that was about this big, and they were protecting the fluorescent bulb only, and they lasted 10 years. The bulbs lasted 10 years. You know how long they're supposed to last? 3 years. So they went 300% plus. Adil said some of them are still on, that they've just gotten dark. All right, so we're looking at double to triple the life of everything electronic in the hospital, and then we're talking about saving electricity by bringing your power factor back up. And like I say, you may be doing awesome. You may be at 0.9 right now, something like that. That's pretty normal for LEED certified buildings, I think. But we'll see if we can't get it that extra 0.95, 998, 999. See if we can do that for you. Anyway, I'm at 901-212-5583. Really want to talk to you. Oh, and by the way, I was trying to get y'all to be the first Presbyterian hospital in the United States to do this, and we're getting beat out. Somebody in North Carolina has got 2 hospitals. One in, I think, one's in Raleigh-Durham, and the other one is in like Salem, North Carolina, something like that. And same group must own both or control both, and they're the largest hospitals in North Carolina. And now they've got they're ahead of us in the process, and they're going to put in MPTS. Anyway, all right, thanks.